In this tutorial of Logix framework, we are going to focus on Page Manager. Now, what is Page Manager? As the name suggests, Page Manager is basically used to manage all the pages inside your web application or website. Now, where is it located? So to open Page Manager, you need to go to CMS Webmaster Page Manager. Once you are into Page Manager, you will see this UI. Here we can see there are 4 tabs on the right hand side. Now currently we are into Pages tab. I'm going to explain you all of them one by one. So let's start by creating one page. To create a page, click on plus. Now here we are going to give name to our page. So I'm giving page name as test. If you want to group multiple pages inside one category, then for that you need to follow the notation folder name / file name. So here I'm creating a page directly outside into the system. So the page name is test. Okay. Now we can see a page has been created. Now let's go inside the page. Now here we can see there are multiple tabs. What does this tab represent? So let me explain you one by one. Here in the first tab, all of the information regarding the page should be stored. Like what is the page title, description, keywords. All this is required for SEO representation. So you can update it over here, then click on save to update your page. Now, what is page layout? Page layout is a drop down which consists list of layouts. So from where these layouts are coming. So as you remember, let's go to Page Manager. Here we can see there is layout tab. So let's go inside that. Now here we are going to see there are 6 layouts which are present inside this drop down. Now what are these layouts? Basically these layouts are used to represent your page on the browser. So as everyone knows, there are pages sometimes having header on it. Sometimes some pages are full screen without any header, footer or sidebar. Whereas there are some pages which are having sidebar, header, footer. So all this layout are set inside layout. So default layout is something which has header and sidebar. Whereas full page layout is something where we are only having the content part, no header, no footer. For example, login page is in full page example. Whereas if you are going to see about page or home page inside a website, it can be a page with sidebar, header, footer or only header footer. So the layout changes accordingly. Let me explain you default layout. So inside layout, you can see this is the HTML present. This is a basic format for single layout. You can modify it as per your requirement. Basically, the changes in the layout are made inside body part. Here you can see there are different divs. One div is loading component header. Second div is loading sidebar left. Whereas third div is view page. Now, what are these components and why they are used inside this layout? So let me explain you that. Let's go back to the Page Manager. Here you can see second tab is components. So now, what are these components? Okay. So once we are setting up a layout, that is a page will contain header, footer, sidebar and main content part, then we need some space where we can write this code. What will be included inside header or sidebar? We need to add that. So for that, we are using components. Inside header file, you will get to see all the header code is inserted over here. So whenever we are calling a component called header, inside the page, this header will get loaded automatically. So now, once we are done with component, what is view page? So anything written inside your page is visible inside view page. That means if you are writing anything inside test, then that will be a view page part. Okay, done. Next thing is meta. So this is again used for SEO meta purpose. So meta tags are added from here. Whereas let's move to ops. Now what is ops? This is optional. That's why it is given name as ops. Everyone knows when we are creating any website or web application, we need CSS scripts to run that page. So all the CSS and scripts should be loaded somewhere in the page. Instead of writing it directly into your page, we are using internal CSS or script file which we include inside our page. So all those file names should be included over here. So whenever we are running any page or opening any page, all the scripts or CSS which are included over here will get loaded. So where is the CSS and script added? So to add CSS file and script file, we need to go to files, here CSS folder, then you can create your file over here you can simply upload your file or create a new file and add your CSS over here. Whereas for JavaScript, you need to go to folder JS, then you need to create your file or upload your file over here. So once you've created a file, if you want to call that file for this particular page, then you need to write its name over here. Let's assume we need to call this print.css file only for this page. So we are going to write name as print. So whenever this page is getting loaded, this style will also get loaded with that. Okay. Same goes for script. And what if you're having common CSS or script? Like to run a website, to run all the pages, you need some common script or style. So those files are also added over here, but the way to call them is different. You need to call them using config, which I will explain you later. But for single page CSS, you need to write it over here. So once that is done, let's go to markup. Now here, all the HTML related part will be added inside markup section. So whatever page HTML your page is having, that will be added inside markup. Whereas whatever code you are writing in PHP for this should be written inside code. Now, if there is something like if you're having some small CSS which you don't want to add inside any file because it is only 10 line or 5 lines of CSS which can be directly added inside your page. So for that you can write it directly into the style tag. Whereas script which you need should be written inside script tag directly. So if you are writing your script directly into the script tag or style inside the style tag, you don't need to call it in the ops. It will directly get called. So this is how a page can be created. Now, to view your page, you need to go to view icon. On preview, you can see how your page will look after it is being live. Whereas, whenever you are making any changes to your page, you need to save it using save button. So now, let me show you one page. Let's assume login page. Okay. So to preview your page, you can go inside page, preview it over here, or else from outside you can preview it using preview icon. Now let me show you how the layout changes. So currently the login page is full page, where we can see its layout is selected as full page. Let's change the layout to default and see what is happening. I've saved the page. Now I'm reloading the page. Now we can see a header has been attached to this login page because we have changed the layout. Once I'm making it as a full page, it will get updated as full page, because you can see in full page layout only view page part is there. There is no component loaded inside this. Whereas in the default, you can see header is loaded, sidebar left is loaded, and then view page is loaded. So to change the layout, you need to play inside this section. You can add right sidebar also, and you can add footer also. So if you want to add a footer inside your layout, you need to add it below view page. Okay. So this is what we saw about layout. Let's go to page manager. Now here you can see there are many options available in each page. So what this option does? Eye icon is to preview, whereas if you want to make a copy of any page, that is if you want to clone any page, then you can simply click on the clone button. This will copy your page. Then once you have copied the page, you can rename it. See, I've created a copy of test page, so it has created test copy. I can rename it using this rename button. I can give it a name as test2. Let's see what happens. Now here my page has been renamed to test2. To change the title of the page, you need to go to first tab, test2, save. You can see the page name has changed to test2. A mistake, I changed the name of first page. It should be test. Okay. So once this is done, to edit a page, you can click on edit icon or you can simply click on the name. Now, once your page is ready, let's go inside one page. So here, if you want to call any file from your file manager, if you want to load any image into your system, you need to upload it inside media folder. And to give a call to that link, you need to call it using load media function. This function will give you path till media followed by your folder name, then file name. So whenever you are writing this code, it will go inside media and search for that file. So we have given folder name as logo/logo.png. So it will go inside media and search for logo folder. Inside logo, it will search logo2 and it will display it on the front. Whereas to call another page inside your page, mostly we are using the actual path of that page. But in Logix, you need to add it using _link function. So Logix has its own function called _link. So using this function, you can call one page inside another page. So here you can see there is a link of forget password. So how we are going to call that page? Inside curly braces _link, inside round bracket, forget password. So this is the page name. You can see in the pages. The page name is forget password. So this is how a page can be called inside another page. Whereas you can call a media file using load media. Now, this is how to call a page or a image inside your page. If you want to load any module inside your page, you can use load module as a function, which you will get on the GitHub. I will mention the GitHub link on the description box. Now, once this is done, let me show you one more thing inside the page. So once you open a page, you will see there is page access. So what is this? Now sometimes in the website, the pages are public. Like websites are mostly accessible to the public. So they are, the pages are public. Whereas application, if you see web application, those applications are private. You need to log in into the system to view the pages inside that application. So to control that, Logix gives you a way. So what you need to do is, if your page is public, that is, it can be accessed without login, then for that you need to select public over here. And if you want to make a page as in private, which will open only after login, then for that you need to select private. Now, mostly login pages are public because that they can be visible without login. Basically, it is login page. Whereas home page of the application can be private because it needs login to enter into the system. Whereas in the website, you can mark all the pages as public. So that's all about Page Manager. Thank you.